What's up, everybody? It's Adrian, and I'm back. It's August, and now you know what that means. That means football time is back, and it's around the corner. Now, I don't know about you guys, but I'm a huge college football fan. With the season kicking off 4 weeks away, I'm itching, I'm scratching, I'm just really excited. But it's been a pretty quiet way around the way in the off season with no drama and no breaking news, nothing major. It's been pretty positive news. But within the last week, a major story has broke, and that is with Ohio State University and Urban Meyer and his former wide receivers coach, Zach Smith. That is the key in this story. Now let's go back to where it all started. Urban Meyer got his first job under former Ohio State coach Earl Bruce. Now that is the grandson of Zach Smith, the former wide receivers coach at Ohio State, who Urban Meyer just recently fired. Now this guy has a troubled past. Back in 2009, when he was a graduate assistant under Urban Meyer at Florida, he was charged with domestic assault against his wife Courtney. And so Urban Meyer knew about that situation. Now let's jump ahead from 3 years ago to 2015, where it was two different domestic violence charges against Zach Smith and his former wife Courtney Smith for strangulation and some other misconduct. Now ESPN's Brett McMurphy reported that there was text message exchange between Zach Smith apologizing to Courtney about what he had done to her. He lied to her about it. Now let's go to July 20th, where a protection order from Courtney was filed against Zach for not being around her. Now he broke that and trespassed. So he's in court for that now. So 3 days later, Urban Meyer finally decides to fire Zach Smith. But here's the thing. The next day, July 24th, Urban Meyer knew he would be questioned about the firing of Coach Zach Smith. Now, at Big Ten Media Days, he said he didn't know anything about the 2015 incidents, and he completely lied about that, fabricated it, covered it up for whatever reason. And now a statement came out yesterday where he said he failed to be accurate and decisive about these issues and compassionate with Courtney. Now Courtney came on and did an interview with Stadium where she said she told Shelly Meyer, Urban Meyer's wife, about the situation that was going on and the situation. Now that Urban Meyer covered the situation up, what did he know? He tried to retract his statement. From my opinion, that's just ingenuine to say anything. He's on paid administration right now as we speak, and in my opinion, usually when you're on paid administrative leave, that means not good for the university and not good for him. I think they'll eventually part ways. But here's the catch. Ohio State has conducted an investigation. Now, I'm gonna say innocent until proven guilty, but we gotta get all the facts. We have to get all the facts to the situation. Now, camp just started 2 days ago, and it puts a lot of pressure on the players. And now Ohio State has offensive coordinator Ryan Day as their interim coach, while Urban Meyer is out for leave. Will he come back? We don't know. Here's my thing. Urban Meyer got himself in more trouble by lying at Big Ten Media Day, saying he didn't know about the 2015 incidents. Well, he does. And yesterday on ESPN, Zach Smith came out with the interview and said Meyer did know, and now it seems like they're trying to place the blame on Gene Smith, the athletic director, and the rest of the football director. But in my opinion, Urban Meyer is the most powerful guy in that program in the state of Ohio. He's making over $6 million a year. Nothing that goes unsaid. The coach doesn't miss. He knows about these situations. He didn't handle it properly at all. It's not a good sign. I don't condone domestic violence, and I'm glad he fired Zach Smith. But knowing that, why would he take 3 years to fire him after done said incident? It's just sick and disgraceful, in my opinion. People have to look at it from a bigger picture. It's not just all about football, and that you're conducting young men to be positive role models and leaders in the real world. I know, for me personally, if I had one of my football coaches get charged with domestic violence and I found out about it, I don't condone it. Hitting women, it's not the right thing to do. It's just not at all. Now, why did he lie? In my prediction, it was one of two things. Either he was trying to protect the legacy of Zach Smith because of his relationship with his grandfather, previously known, and then two, I also heard that Zach Smith was a great recruiter. But even that being said, sometimes you have to put things over football and life, and you have to put it into a bigger perspective. Now, 2009 was a big deal, but it wasn't as publicized by the media because back then we didn't have all the social media platforms. We didn't have Twitter. We didn't have Snapchat. We didn't have Instagram. We didn't have a lot of other things. Facebook was relatively new, but it wasn't nothing like that. And also being a big recruiter, that doesn't mean anything. You can't. That doesn't justify anything. That does not justify anything at all. And maybe he felt like he'd be a mentor and change things and do something. But Urban Meyer definitely could have did something about this. Why lie? Why not handle it more properly? Now we're gonna find out. Even if he retracted the statement and said he knew about it, the key question to the situation is he said he handled it properly, but how? What protocols did he go to change these situations? As this investigation goes on, only time will tell. Zach Smith is a sick individual who needs help, and it's not okay. And I'm not condoning this whatsoever when it comes to domestic violence. We've seen in recent years big time programs get in trouble for a lot of multiple things, such as USC with Reggie Bush. We've seen the stuff going on with Penn State, what happened with Joe Paterno towards the end of his career, and the Sandusky trial, and what happened. That was sick. We've seen what going on with Art Baylor and his sexual allegations against the Baylor football team. I'm talking about Louisville basketball, Rick Pitino and the strippers and the dorm rooms and things like that. Yeah, I can see Ohio State going into the next thing, and they don't want the distraction over their head. This details will come out more and more as the investigation goes on, but I will say I can't pass judgment on Meyer until due process is due. But Zach Smith should have been fired a long time ago, and that's why I'm so irate with this. So anybody who says that he shouldn't have been fired or condoning his behavior is unacceptable. And whoever Meyer get fired, only time will tell. I don't know, but as far as I'm looking at it right now, as the situation is going on, I think he will ultimately either A, resign and step down, or B, he will be fired, and that will go with a lot of the coaching staff as well, because coaches spend 70 plus hours with each other during a season, so you can't mean to tell me that they can't talk. A lot of people knew about this, so the football program is in trouble regardless, and the athletic director Gene Smith, if he knew about this situation, will be in trouble. So will the director of football personnel for this whole situation. This is gonna blow up, and we're gonna find out as more details emerge, as they're starting to emerge, and what will happen. I mean, hey, I'm a big Michigan fan, but that has nothing to do. This is not my bias. This is not me being biased or my opinion. This is strictly just facts for me. Because if it was any other team, I would say the same thing as I just previously stated for other teams. Now, with this cheating and these scandals that's going on in major college programs, it's probably happening in other places as well too. They're just being covered up. And then there goes that old saying: people only feel bad about things when they get caught. They don't feel bad about it while they're doing it. Otherwise, they would stop doing what they're doing. So this situation at Ohio State is just a crazy thing, and we'll find out more. But hey, guys, that's my take on this whole situation. So hey, leave your comments, questions, and concerns below at the box, and don't forget to subscribe to this YouTube channel. I'm out.